Call to order the meeting for the Hayes Trinity Groundwater Conservation District in Wimberley at 6 p.m. on August 18th, 2011. Open the meeting, and now I'm going to immediately go into hearing item B. Opening up hearing item B, new geo-exchange rules. Is there any public comments on the new geo-exchange rules? All right. Al, what do you got?
Thank you for letting me get up. Need me to state my name for the record?
I think you're all right.
We're good.
All right, good. I feel pretty good about rule number 3.7, geo-exchange wells. I've worked on it very hard for the last four months. I've circulated copies to all the drillers. I've circulated copies to those companies who specialize in this type of well. I've circulated copies to professional geoscientists. And this week I had an opportunity to talk to the people from the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations, and I got their okay on it as well. So I feel pretty good about it. I think it's the right direction to go. The most important thing is that it's on one page, which I tried very hard to do. It has been on our website for the past month, and actually it's probably been on there longer than that. So if there are any comments, I'd be pleased to answer any questions, or if there's anyone from the board who has a question. Or would you like me to proceed in some sort of a presentation? Perhaps there are 7 items, perhaps I could just do a highlight from each one.
Whatever makes you happy. I think right now I'm willing to make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
You've done good work. You let everybody know what the deal was. No one seems to be upset about it, so I'm more than happy that if you did it, it must be right.
That's cooperation.
I believe it is good. I believe it is good. I think it's answered everybody. A lot of things have changed in here. It's answered everybody's questions. It's got some technical in there, but I'm trying to cut out as much bureaucracy as I possibly could. Something to think about for the future is the cost. And that was raised by some people. If we're dealing with projects that are only 3 wells or only 5 or 10 wells, that's one thing. But if we're dealing with projects that are 500 or 600 wells, that's quite another thing. We could, a company could come in and cost them $30,000, and they might walk away from the concept just because of our charges. So I feel comfortable that the board and the general manager can look at that as an exception. I feel, that's the Oklahoma State capital where they had to do 600 wells. We probably won't get anything near that. But keep it in mind that we might be able to move in and help somebody if it was.
If they came and asked us.
If they came and asked us.
Said, hey,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put 100 holes in the ground, I need this.
Yeah.
We can look at it.
How many did the school put in?
180.
180. And so what would our fees be on something like that? We cut
6 times 180.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 6?
60.
60.
Yeah.
Because 300 for the first one was 60 for each.
300 for the first 5.
But it turns out to be
6.
60.
Oh.
5.
60 right through.
So in that case, Ricky, you'd say, hey, board, they want to do something good, and it's a community, and we can.
Right, we put a cap on it, $5,000 or whatever you want to do.
We could. We don't.
Right.
Right now, the way
the high school did not put in because of the cost.
And it would have been.
That's something we need to think about, that's
We
all.
cut the cost, it would have been better if they did.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that. So the high school was gonna do it? They
Oh,
didn't?
absolutely.
I never heard of
That's before our time.
Well, as far as I know, they were anyway. I sat down with them and they talked about it, and they wanted to know how much it was, and that was way, way, way too much for them to consider in their budget. Now, they've been early in their budget,
Right.
and maybe they didn't even push it.
All right, well, anybody want to make a motion?
I mean, Al did a lot, if you're happy, Al.
Yeah, thanks, Al. I'll second it.
No, I think it's
I'm
good.
gonna make a motion to change the new geo-exchange rules 3.7 and put those in the minutes, and then go on our website. You second it?
Yes, I'll second.
Second. Any other comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, that hearing is now closed. Hearing item A, Kim Sue Karate has been pulled.
Thanks, Al.
So,
Instead of Kim Sue.
no, I can't do like that. No, Kim Sue Karate's been pulled. All right. Now we're gonna go to a regular meeting. Roll call, Rick.
Joanne?
Present.
Ed Pope? Here. Mark?
Here.
Rick?
Here.
Jimmy?
Here. Review of board meeting protocol. If you want to speak, please fill out one of the forms over here in the corner. So, and everybody will have 3 minutes if they want to speak on any other item that's not on the agenda. We're going to go down now to general comment from board and staff with no discussion or possible action on this item. And Joanne, I know you have something.
Oh, yes, I would like to look at the new film on the water district that Mr. Zepansik has just completed.
Water, the most basic element for life on the planet. Without it, in fact, there would be no life. Sometimes it is plentiful and people take it for granted. But in times of drought, it can cause huge problems. Neighbor buys against neighbor for water, and rural areas look with anguish at city folks' water laws. Water in Texas has always been tied to the economy and considered the most precious resource of the state as early as the 17th century. Texas groundwater belongs to the landowner. Groundwater is governed by the rule of capture, which grants landowners the right to capture the water beneath their property. The landowners don't own the water, but do have the right to pump and capture whatever water is available, regardless of the effects of that pumping on neighboring wells. In 1904, the rule of capture was adopted by the Texas Supreme Court, which allows landowners to pump as much water as they choose without liability to surrounding landowners, although such actions might deplete their wells. Surface water, on the other hand, belongs to the state of Texas. It can be used by a landowner only with the state's permission. Groundwater conservation districts were first created in Texas in 1949. The drought of the late 1940s and 50s was so devastating that it became apparent there needed to be an innovative approach to water management. In 1951, when the wells were going dry in the region of the Ogallala Aquifer, the High Plains Underground Water Conservation District became the first local district created in Texas. Water conservation districts allow for local regulation of water use. The elected officials have the authority to regulate the spacing of water wells, the production from non-exempt wells, and to maintain the oversight of exempt wells. In 1985, 1997, and 2001, the Texas legislature passed additional laws to encourage the establishment of more districts. As of November 2010, there were 97 districts in Texas. The Water Code stresses the importance and responsibility of each district in developing and implementing comprehensive management plans to conserve and protect groundwater resources. In 2001, due to the growth of Western Hays County, the Texas Legislature's Senate Bill 2 created the Hays Trinity Groundwater Conservation District. Currently, there are 5 elected directors. There is a small office staff, a general manager, an administrative assistant, and a volunteer district geologist. The district works to conserve, preserve, recharge, and prevent waste of groundwater within Western Hays County. To accomplish these goals, the district is charged to gather information needed for sound decisions, to provide information to citizens and local agencies, and to ensure that groundwater is used efficiently and at sustainable rates. Hayes County, as well as much of the hill country around the Austin and San Antonio metro areas, is expanding more rapidly than the rest of the country. Therefore, the problem of receding water resources is understandably of great concern. Divisions into areas, regions, and districts relating to water collection information and planning is somewhat complicated. The Hayes Trinity Water Conservation District, for instance, includes only the western area of Hayes County. The district is divided geographically into two regions. Region K, the northern area, where the flow is towards the Colorado River Basin, and Region L, the southern area where the flow is towards the Guadalupe River Basin. Each region covers a number of counties where planning must be conducted for the region. Then, the district is included in the General Management Area number 9. Management areas are charged with determining the MAG, or Managed Available Groundwater, the amount of water available, and determining the DFC, or the desired future conditions of the aquifers, or how much we might use from those aquifers. The entire process is complicated by the fact that there is no way to make users measure the water use of the exempt wells. Therefore, only an estimation of water use by exempt wells is available for planning. Projected needs for the future. The population of Hayes County in the year 2010 was over 166,000 people. The projected population for the year of 2060 is expected to be more than double to almost 500,000 residents. This, of course, calls for careful planning of water usage in the years to come. A breakdown of water users in Region L in the year 2000 had 38% of the entire water users as municipal ones. As the population grows and changes with less rural areas and more metropolitan in the district, in the year 2060, it is estimated that municipal users will be at 50%. This is in contrast to irrigation that in 2000 was 43% of water usage, and in 2060 would drop to 24%. Measuring water usage is arrived at by measuring in terms of acre-feet a year. An acre-foot is the amount of water it takes to cover 1 acre of surface area to a depth of 1 foot. In the southern region alone, Region L, the estimated water usage for 2011 was in excess of 755,000 acre-feet, with a cost of $7.6 billion. It is estimated that by the year 2060, 250,000 acre-feet a year will be used unless severe conservation methods are employed. Groundwater District's duties. According to the Texas Water Code, Chapter 36.0015, groundwater conservation districts created as provided by this chapter are the state's preferred method of groundwater management. Each district is charged with determining the best management approach for the aquifers, requiring permitting or registration of wells, promulgating rules for the production, spacing, and construction of wells, studying the aquifers, and monitoring changing conditions. The district cannot adopt policy without public process, completely prohibit export of groundwater, levy taxes without electoral approval. Directors and staff. The 5 elected directors from the Hayes Trinity Groundwater Conservation District and the 3 staff members gather water information across the district to keep citizens and directors informed of changes in water levels and demands. Staff and directors have permission from designated land owners to measure and maintain records on water levels throughout the district. This allows the staff and directors to designate drought conditions and make other informed decisions needed to maintain water supply. Laws and regulatory agencies. Groundwater conservation districts are governed by a local board of directors which develops the management plan for the district with guidance from the Texas Water Development Board. This board is the state agency that is responsible for providing leadership, planning, financial assistance, information, and education for the conservation and responsible development of water for Texas. The district also works closely with the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, which strives to protect our state's human and natural resources consistent with sustainable economic development. The ultimate goal of the Texas Commission on Environmental